Losing a child to gun violence was something totally different from my loss of a child from just natural, causes. I get a call at 4 o'clock in the morning from my son. Mom, I need you. I've been shot. What? So you already know what that reaction was. I got pulled over by some sirens and police cars and paramedics, and for some reason my heart didn't tell me that that was going in my direction. It just said pull over. You gotta let these first medics in. Pull over. I'm still on the phone with my son. I'm like, you hear those paramedics? He's like, yes, Mom. I was like, that's how close I am to you. I get to this location that he was by the dumpster. I just grab him. I get him in the car, and he's crying. And I'm like, shh, listen. Just listen. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray all the way to the hospital. Lo and behold, those tears was trying to tell me my brother is down the street. He didn't make it, Mom. He did not make it. But I hushed him up for the sake of Lord. I'm like, Lord, I gotta pray to you right now. I need you now. Get him to the hospital. I'm not thinking, anything of it, but we're gonna patch him up and we're gonna bring him home. But what people don't know is when you go into the hospital for an incident like that, the police have to come. So I'm in the squad car for 6 hours, for 3 hours at this time, waiting on my son to get patched up. He's fine. And I didn't understand why they was taking us to Metro. And I'm like, what is going on? Why are we going to Metro? And the officer told me that Anthony was no longer with us. I lost it. I spilled my guts that day. It was then when I told myself, am I going to let this death take me under? Or if I'm going to let this life spared take me forward? At that very moment, I chose life. I brought you guys here because this is where we had our visual. So I pull up and I see these kids. I get right on that top of that rock right there, right next to that cross. And I got their attention. I said, today is the day I'm going to ask you guys not to retaliate. We're going to reconcile. And they all looked at me, and I got, crying nods, and I'm crying. I got mothers out here with me. But how can I deliver this message to these babies out here? I don't want to see another mother go through what I'm going through. I'm trying to figure this out. When people say, oh, I hope I'm not at the wrong place at the wrong time. Explain that to me. When you're at the right place, how can that be the wrong time? When you at home, enjoying, being underneath your own roof, how can that be the wrong place? My child was not in the wrong place. Well, you guys, I'm here, and behind me is what used to be my home for 7 years. But came 2020, I had to move from this home because I found my baby boy on this porch, lifeless. So today my message is, if you value life, that we'll put these guns down, we'll reconcile, and we'll call for help. When I heard about Kente forming this house, it made all the right sense. I know it takes a village. I can't do this alone, but I can relate to some pain. I can tell you that it's okay not to be okay. And I can tell you that it is absolutely okay to seek help. You see, I lost 3 children, but I'm not bitter. I'm trying to be better. And I'm trying to be that hand that reach out and tell people that it's okay to grieve, but we can't do it alone. And I don't want you to do it alone. That is what togetherness brings. See, I'm out here looking for you, but are you looking for me?